So, we are 4 episodes into Digital Circus, and something I've noticed is that there is a certain kind of focus on being yourself and trying to find yourself, as well as finding people who let you be yourself. As someone who's really struggling to find myself right now as well, this just kind of caught my eye, and I figured it would be interesting to shine some light on how Digital Circus goes about it. Gummig Goo is an NPC. He was programmed or taught to act a certain way. This world is all he's known, until he gets hit with the fact that this world basically isn't real and he has to deal with how his entire life has been fabricated. His entire reality completely shattered. Everything he knew about others and himself shattered. So what must he do now? The scene in the out of bounds area where Pomni and Gummig Goo talk means a lot to me. Pomni shows Gummig Goo that she, and by extension others, relate to what he's going through. I mean, obviously we don't know what it feels like to end up under the map of your world and to see 3D models of you and your friends, but she talks about how feeling like you're nothing is not at all that uncommon. Feeling like you don't matter, like you don't know who you are, that happens a lot. And Pomni tries her best to make sure he knows that although it's okay to not be okay, it's important to remember that you aren't alone.
I guess I just don't want you to feel like you're nothing. I don't want anybody to feel like that.
But I'm not even a real person. Would I even belong?
I'm sure you wouldn't belong any less than me.
Caine is arguably the most mature one of the group when he hasn't gotten his brain scrambled, is what I mean. I'm not sure what they're going to do with his character, what kind of development or arc they have planned for him, or if any at all, which kind of makes me scared for him, but okay. Caine seems to really have just come to terms with his circumstances, with what his place is in this world. He's not fighting the circus, he's not fighting Caine's wacky shenanigans, he's just going along with it all. Because what else can you do when you've been here for as long as he has? He's already found himself pretty much. But others around him haven't. Whenever dark spaces make him more lucid, he seems to really focus on making others feel alright.
Not right now!
Just try to stay calm.
Oh, thank God you're okay. You didn't experience a game show in there, did you?
It's a lot for anybody to go through. Don't take it too personally. I remember how long it took for you to adjust. How about we just relax for a bit while nothing's chasing us? But memories can do a lot. Hold on to them. And cherish the people around you.
This entire speech still makes me emotional every single time I watch this damn episode. He knows how detrimental it is to feel like you're not loved or wanted or cared about, and so whenever he can, he tries his best to make others feel like they aren't alone. Pomni is still navigating who she is in this world and what her, purpose is. She doesn't appear to be that insecure about herself as far as I can tell, but she is still worried that the others look down on her. I mean, she's the new kid. She seemed worried about being forgotten or underestimated, pushed to the side. In the ending of episode 2, we see her realize that even the abstracted members of the circus will never be forgotten, holding a little funeral service with the resources available to them, crying over their lost friends. She realizes that people have got her back. They care about others. They care about her. From this episode on, she's been shown to lend a hand to others or just showing some extra kindness whenever she can.
I'm glad you're here with me. I just want to say thanks for always being concerned about me. Do you have anybody to talk to? Like, in regards to your issues? If you want to get out of here, you can. You don't have to be stuck here alone. I can handle closing. You should go home and get some rest.
Do I have to explain? Yes, I do. Gangle's whole being yourself thing gets very complicated due to her masks. She's very fragile, she's sad and gloomy, and she gets bullied for it. But she's happy and motivated, and she gets dogged on as well. Gangle has always been a bit more in the background throughout episodes 1 to 3. It's not like they don't focus on her at all, she was just kinda there. Characters weren't really focusing on her, and most of the time the focus was on her, it was to show her suffering at the hands of Jax, or that dumbass NPC who I still really hate. She's swept under the rug, and although I feel like she's already not that far from figuring out who she is, She feels like people don't like who she is, as well as her interests. Zubal's reminders...
I still like talking to you.
I don't deserve a friend like you.
Well, you've got one. Bring your art too. I always like seeing what you draw.
Are so heartwarming, and if you're anything like Gangle, you know how much these words can mean coming from someone who's genuine. I don't have much to say about them, though they are easily in my top 3. It's obvious Zubal deals with body dysphoria, and I'm not sure if it's my place to dive into that, as I don't personally experience it, and I haven't done that much in-depth research on the topic.
It's me, remember? I don't like myself. I hate this body. I hate all these stupid removable pieces. I just want to find something that feels good.
So with how Gangle's emotions are affected by her physical masks, I think it's very sweet that Zubal showed some comfort and relatability on that part. Not exactly knowing what feels right and what's going to work out or not, but encouraging Gangle to take her sweet time with that.
I've been trying to find parts I like since the day I got here. Look, the new mask was a bust. So what? I'm sure we'll find something that works eventually.
I also wanted to quickly point out something from my video on Gangle. It's okay to take time to figure out who you really are, especially in a world like this. This was not about the circus, at least not necessarily. This world and the systems that inhabit it are so corrupted, and there's so much pressure put on needing the rest of your entire life figured out before your frontal lobe has even fully developed. And with the whole feeling like you're nothing, not knowing your purpose, not knowing who you are, struggling to find your identity, that is an extremely big issue as of now, especially in Gen Z, who I would argue is the main target audience for this show. We are so lost in this world, and we aren't fully sure what to do. Even people our own age still exclude us or shut others out. So to have people by your side that understand you and feel the same way, or at least able to comprehend how you feel, that's really comforting. That's why Digital Circus is comforting to me. It is so important to surround yourself with people who just get you. There are times and places where you won't fit in, and instead of changing yourself to try and appeal to people who shouldn't even matter to you in the grand scheme of things in the first place, pay close attention to those who you appeal to by being yourself. Because why would you want to fit in with people who cannot appreciate you for who you are anyway? Don't change yourself for people. I'm not saying you shouldn't change at all. I highly encourage people to try things to figure out who you are, as long as you stay who you are. And who you are can change over time. During my first year of college, I made a bunch of new friends who have changed my life for the better. All these art kids and weird kids, me included, together in a single room made me realize something very important. And that is, if everyone is the outcast, no one is the outcast. That is very comforting when it's something you've been struggling with your entire life. And that is what Digital Circus is to me. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to point that out. Yeah.